I think that there is a requirement for new hybrids of practice in the future, and this will give you an experience of lots of different mindsets and a kind of cluster of different practitioners from which to glean information. So that's the context, and so that in a way you've got to become more mentally mobile in order to resolve issues that will come forward. Well, you may ask why the future. In some ways, the project lifts the bell jar of the present and takes that kind of sense of focus on problems, and it becomes in itself an idea-led process. So the idea of moving the process forward into the future is somehow to create a landscape where concepts can gather in a more mobile way to release thinking towards solutions.
Now, you see the title Every Way Out, and I like to write it in a way that this E is in a different color. So you could almost read it as E, Very Way Out. The country that I come from, Estonia, is particularly in a sense that in last winter, for example, we had 80 billion tons of snow covering Estonia. We sometimes have extended periods of minus 35 degrees outdoors. So it's majority of the year it's a rather bad idea to consider going outdoors, or you then prepare for the mud and the rain or the snow and the wind, and so it's a seaside country. And just for a little bit of the year, then it's a rather bad skiing weather.
I'm kind of interested in this and sort of just coming back to how we live again, and I just wanted to kind of maybe show 4 artists who I feel have had sort of made are looking at sort of art as for a better world, a vehicle for social awareness and transformation, and how we can maybe observe and throw light on and actually maybe change things. And I'm just using 4 examples, and one being very, very local based, and all kind of coming from a local base, but just the potential for transformation in changing our physical environment or approaches to our living. First, I wanted to look at Jean van Heeswijk, who is a Dutch artist, very internationally renowned, I suppose, but not terribly visible.
And effectively, the way to come at this is that in 2005, 2004, myself and Colin, who I'm now in business with, we're working together in a firm in Dublin, and we're becoming increasingly disillusioned with the architectural context, not only in Ireland but also globally. And what we felt was happening was that architecture was becoming a chase towards sensation or a mere pragmatic marshalling of economic forces, neither of which avenue we believed was sustainable, and neither of which avenue we had entered into architecture for. And so 2 years of kind of, I suppose, the customary youthful bitching of others occurred, but to no great end, until the point came where we realised that you just have to do something. You have to actually get out there and do something.
But I thought I'd start with the idea of the model, mainly because it runs on so well from the previous presentation, in that I've done a lot of work with architects and architecture, and been associated with some interesting people who are exploring some really interesting stuff, and certainly back in the 90s, where I think terms like liquid architecture, and I've got a bit from Marcus Novak here, were quite popular.